Hey, Shalom Akim Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor as due to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders, the apostles, the great millstone that rule well. Hold up. Peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect, noise in the gospel, broad lifting up the standard of Yahawashi, Yahawashi, wherever it may be. Sometime that camera being on me being a distraction. This is just a quick lesson through the spirit. Title of Thawadah Yahawah for this truth, man. Shit, man. Thawadah Yahawah for this truth, bro. Like, we done dodged some serious bullets, man. Being under the grace and the wings of the Almighty. When you really think about it, you know, what is it really to complain about? Because, you know, when you look at, and one thing about Jake, you know, Jake, a lot of Jakes follow sports, you know, the entertainment industry, you know, Jake followed different things in life, and everything ain't what it seems, man. You know, like my favorite basketball player, hands down, is Michael Jordan, of course. People say, oh, that's a Chicago thing. Well, you could say that, but ultimately, it's just because of his game, okay? Next in line would be Kobe Bryant, because the games are similar. Now, that just liking sports on a base level because, you know, we're into the craft, whether it be martial arts, baseball, football, basketball, boxing, very big fan of. But when I say that we dodged a bullet, brothers, we dodged a bullet because the shit Jake do and the type of left-hand energy that Jake pushes in these entertainment arenas, it's scary, man. Niggas be having bounties on their heads. Niggas be having hit squads after them. Niggas be in some left-hand dealing. Niggas are engaged in ritual sacrifices, humiliation sacrifices. It's nuts, man. And think about it, a lot of brothers before they came into the truth, a lot of brothers was gravitating towards that life. Certain brothers was music careers, brothers acting, brothers getting ready to play sports. You actually had a few brothers that was actually man, that was actually in the league, you know, playing football, etc., which I won't give their names out, but you had brothers that was part of the league, man, and they left it alone to serve Yahawashi, which is a very noble thing. But when you heavy into that shit, the type of hell that comes with it, the type of handling that comes with it, the type of degradation, the humiliation rituals, like most guys that's operating in a $20-30 million range, the $1 million club, you gotta engage in orgies with other men, you drinking blood, feces, man, mucus. Is the list does not stop when it comes to Esau, Edom exploiting Jake. So when the scriptures goes into Psalms 94th chapter about how we hide under the shadow of the Almighty, and that Yahawashi say that I pray that you take them not out of the world, but you keep them safe from evil. This world is fucking evil, man. Even when you go into like basic level corporations, like if you want to, let's say for instance, if Jake started working at Chase Bank as a teller, counting drawers, and let's just say he worked there 10-15 years to the point he worked his way up to team lead to supervisor to a personal banker, a PB. Then all of a sudden, you know, Jake said, you know what, I want to make a little bit more money. What do I have to do? He got to go through what he called gatekeepers, man. You know what I'm saying? Jake had to sell out. Jake had to do shit. He had to engage in rituals in order to be what he would consider a high-up president in a bank. Like my brother's auntie, she's been vice president of a bank for over 20 years. She went, I forgot what college she went to, but she went and graduated, you know, black woman. She graduated, got a degree, very successful so-called businesswoman, but her husband left her like 5 years ago because he just couldn't deal with it no more. But just imagine the type of shit and the humiliation that man had to suffer chasing behind a woman that was the vice president of a bank. Imagine the type of favors that she had to do for Esau in order to get that position. You know, like a college degree, they just ain't gonna cut it. Anybody can get a degree if you're consistent enough. But overall, the type of favor she had to do, you think she didn't have to bend over on her back and get on her knees and engage in shit and get people knocked off? People get hurt behind shit like this, man. You know, so everything ain't what it seems. Like Michael Jordan, the whole thing with that, with his father, and he taking that year off to play baseball because he couldn't come back to the league, allegedly over some bullshit ass gambling debt. Find out through other people's research that it was possible that he sacrificed his father, man. But see, shit like that happens. You know, even Kanye brought it out. You know, they want you to sacrifice people you love, you care about, and you got to undergo a lot of shit. And this is why a lot of times these rappers, these celebrities, they undergo mental breakdowns, man. You know, like Martin a while back, screaming in Hollywood, they trying to kill me, they trying to kill me. Same thing with Jamie Foxx. They trying to kill me, and all of a sudden this man gets unnaturally ill and he falls victim to some type of whatever they put in him. That's why we got to be grateful that we got the Lord, man, and we can't take advantage of this truth, man. You know, but a lot of Jake is taking this truth for granted because they feel they can. You know, whether you have some type of position or, you know, you feel because you're an Israelite, you're just superior to just barge your way into people's lives and shit, man. Nah, that ain't the way we supposed to be acting in this thing, because, hey, this is all a gift from Yahawashi, Yahawashi, man. You know, like you sincerely have men in this thing that do not know what this thing is about. You know, you got Jake in this thing, oh, well, you know, since I'm an Israelite, I can have 1 billion wives if I want to. Yeah, but it comes with responsibility. But Jake, they're not looking at the responsible aspect of that. They're looking at it all, well, I can do what the fuck I want to do. Nah, bro, we can't do what the fuck we want to do, all right? We're bounded by law, statutes, and commandments and rules. And if we're noble men of the Lord, we're supposed to behave as such. We're supposed to have character about ourselves, man. You know, understanding our heritage. This is why, hey, a lot of Jakes, man, they gonna fall when the time come, because the mindset ain't right. We may have the knowledge and understanding, but your mindset have to be really geared and locked into what you're about, man. And that comes with the sense of conviction. That comes with the sense of you gotta have a spirit, right? You gotta have a noble spirit, man. You know, Lord, look, you gotta have a real convicted and a very noble spirit in order to serve the Lord, man. And a lot of these groups, a lot of these camps, are just a bunch of niggas that know they Israelites, man. A lot of Jakes that just know they Israelites, they don't have a clue. They have not a bone of righteousness in their body, okay? And just because the Lord gives you the truth doesn't mean he's going to keep you. In fact, that's more damnation to you, because the scriptures say those that know will be beaten with many stripes, you know? So you have to really have an inkling about the mind of the Lord, man. And you have to really, you really have to have a mindset. And you got to know when to filter out bullshit, man. You know, you got to know when bullshit comes your way. You got to know how to filter it out. You got to know what to engage in and involve in. You got to know what not to be involved in. You got to know when things ain't straightforward. You have to know these things, man. And the Lord ain't just letting some sleazy grindball nigga on a chariot. I don't give a damn how many times you call on the Lord or how many videos you do. This is serious, man. And really, when the Lord renewed us to repentance, we had an extra lease on life, man. Because we could have been like fucking Biggie or Pocket, all them niggas, man. Like this whole thing now with this whole Arrow Spin shit, right? I was talking to one of the beloved elder brothers last night. We was rapping for a little minute. You know, good brother. I really respect his opinion, man. And he said it, brother, because I sent him a message. He like, look, man, by us being men in the Lord, we look at shit through spiritual eyes, spiritual lens. You know, you can't just see, things ain't always what it seems, because ain't no way in hell that man took a beating like that without even defending himself. So common sense would tell you like what's going on here. And in the realm of boxing, and especially in Las Vegas, is very, very cutthroat. That's highly ritualistic. Every brother that I watched that fight with, they said they felt a dark energy behind that fight. Amalek was there, popped up out of the blue, just popped up in the ring. People suspected Spence to be suffering from neurological brain damage from the accident. Yeah, it could be very true, showing how he was moving. But everybody is bringing up this whole Mode 3 shit now. And I was like, oh, make a lot of sense. That was a nigga that was chasing him that night. He flipped the car and got thrown out of the car. So, you know, Jay Prince and all them niggas, man, allegedly they had something to do with this man getting clipped. So basically, you know, by Arrow being a handler, he had to pay up, man. You know, and that's what people were saying. Is it true? I don't know. But I refuse to believe a high-level boxer like Spence would just get dominated by Terrence Crawford. Which I'm not taking nothing from Crawford. I feel like they can best each other on their best days. I still feel like it's an even fight. I feel like, no, I really don't believe that Arrow would get dominated by Crawford like that. I fail to believe that. And I study fighting. I fought. I study boxing. I know when certain shit is off, bro. I'm like, nah, this ain't right. I'm like, this man is basically just letting him whoop his ass, you know, fighting, putting on, you know, and it's all a script at the end of the day. But people were saying, man, nah, he had to pay up for that Mode 3 hit. You know, 3 accidents in 2-3 years, and we ain't finna get all conspiratorial on that. But when you think about it, like, these men have sold their souls. So that could have been a humiliation ritual, bro. You know what I'm saying? Esau probably said, because Amalek was there. Amalek was looking at his ass. I don't know what brothers call it, but this Amalek, I think he had like on a blue suit. Looked like the penguin or some shit. Just had a real dark, sinister look. And when Errol was down, Amalek was just standing looking at him on ringside like, yeah, nigga, don't come back and win this fight. We gonna clip you. And I'm not saying that's what it was, but come on, man. You can't put none past Esau, and they got Jake by the balls, bro. That's why I said the best thing to be is in this truth, man. Because when you are susceptible of not dealing with Yahawashi, you're susceptible to being put up with all these outside forces, man. You know, all these outside forces, they have access to you. You don't have the guidance, man. Before you know it, your family is getting sacrificed. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures goes into Babylon being a land of witchcraft, bro. Because that whole fight, it was sorcery all over that shit. It just didn't feel right. But find out, it could have been a humiliation ritual, bro. You probably had to go in there and take the ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, nigga, either, because allegedly is an act of investigation out on Errol Spence. Don't know how true it is. Don't listen to everything you told. But allegedly, that's what it is. Dollars worship Errol like a god down there. He's like Michael Jordan to Chicago, you know. But if that is the case, I mean, look, take an extra $20 million off the top to get your ass beat 9 rounds, or you're going to face life in prison. What are you going to do? We're going to tarnish your career, tarnish your name. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You come back in a rematch, if that is a rematch. That's if the man can physically fight due to his fucking mental condition, man. Who knows? But I'm saying all that to say that these men that sell out and that's part of the industry, they have no covering, bro. This is why all this shit is happening to them. You know, that's why, brothers, we in the best case scenario. Yeah, we catch unadulterated hell, but hey, these niggas are catching way more hell, bro, because with all the money and the fame they got, they can't sleep at night, bro. I know damn well these men are not sleeping right at all. You know, especially all the shit they did. You know, what's this chick name? Not Paris Hilton. What's her name? The one that allegedly had her brother sacrificed. She lived in Chicago. She's a singer. Can't recall her name. She actually stayed down the street from my grandmother. Not Carrie Hills. What's this bitch's name, man? Not Fantasia, man. One of them. Damn, she's a singer, man. But you know, I can't recall the name. I think she did a movie. No, she was in the Dreamgirls movie with Beyonce. She played one of the characters in the Dreamgirls. I can't recall the name, but regardless of it, allegedly she had to have her family whacked to get this big break in Hollywood. And that's the shit that these people do in order to become famous, man. It ain't worth it. That's why Yahawashi said, he said, hey, what profit a man if he should gain the whole world, but he loseth his soul in the process? You know? And, you know, when I was rapping with the brother, man, you know, we was making excellent points. I'm like, well, yeah, looked like the nigga was kind of suffering from an episode, but then he was like, look a little deeper than that. He said, remember that whole Mo 3 shit? When he got clipped by the record, all that, he said, all that shit is linked up. He said Errol and them was, you know, heavily involved in shit. Not saying that Spence had anything to do with it, but when you in that industry, bro, ain't no telling who got your number, man. You know, that's why hiding under the shadow of the Almighty, man, that's the best thing we can do in this world, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, hey, call Allah Yahawashi. We could literally be in the predicament that these men and these women of Israelite descent have decided to sell out to, man. You know, a man have a boxing talent, but in order for him to get on and provide for his family, he got to do rituals. He got to sacrifice people. He got to get beat up. You know what I'm saying? He got to get he got to be caught in bed with men, you know, all types of shit just to exploit our people, man. I just can't have a boxing talent and make a few $1 million and retire and take care of my family. I got to go the fucking extra mile. That's how wicked this country is, man. I mean, this society is, bro. And it's wicked. All right. This is the book of 144, Malacca, Tazawam, John 8:31. Then said to Yahawashi, those Jews which believed on him, if you continue in my word, then ye are my disciple indeed, and ye should know the truth, and the truth should make you free. Yes, bro. We are free, man, because we ain't got half the shit to deal with like them. You know, yeah, we go through hell. We're going to be persecuted. But at the end of the day, man, we've been spared from a lot of shit, man. That's why I don't understand certain Jakes. They'll fall out the truth to go pursue a rap career. You know, they want to pursue, you know, particular careers and all this other shit. I don't understand why Jake would sell out, but it's because they don't know the Lord, man. You see? And that's a scary thing. Matthew 13 and 16, it says, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. That's right, brother. You know, the Lord called us out of this wicked ass world, man. That's something to just be grateful for itself, because like I said, man, we wasn't in his faith. Ain't no telling what type of Jakes we'll be. Jakes probably be dead in jail, you know what I'm saying? Somewhere homeless, poor, locked up, you know what I'm saying? Just doing wickedness somewhere, man. Possibly in the industry, sacrifice on somebody's altar, you know what I'm saying? Engaging in orgies with other men. Ain't no telling how deep the fucking rabbit hole goes, bro. That's why when the Most High really opens this thing up and he really impart more to our understanding, we're gonna see exactly why the Lord said what he said, man. You know, Yahawashi, he don't make statements because it sound good, or the Bible doesn't put emphasis like on words like alas. You know, they don't put emphasis on words like that because it sounds good or it's allegorical in context. No, man, those words have deeper meanings behind them, you know. And I'm gonna bust out a couple more of these seps, these precepts, as we call them, seps. And I'm gonna end up, I gotta go up in here, I got a little meeting to go to. Should have just canceled this shit because our supervisor is not in today, but they want me to run the fucking meeting. It's like, dog, just cancel this shit. I really don't even feel like doing it, but whatever, man. Shit, in and out, man. Well, make sure it's an hour now. We gonna go in here and talk about what we need to talk about. 30 minutes of that, and I'm out. I ain't staying here no longer than what the fuck I need to. For what? It ain't that deep to me, you know. But see, that's just the mindset. Jake, you know, we don't have that lackey mentality, man. You know. But Jake in the world, oh man, you know, they allow me to do this and this and this and this and that. Jake will sell out over the dumbest shit, man. You know, over $1 million bag, you know what I'm saying? Jake will sell out for that, and before you know it, they're in a world of hurt, you know. But let me bring out this last precept, man. Salaki, I'm trying to park this car. But anyway, this is the book of John 12 and 36. And it reads, it says, while ye have light, believe in the light, that ye may be the children of the light. It says, these things spake Yahawashi and departed and hide himself from them. Okay. Kinds of young brother, it feels good not to keep up with the Joneses, to really not give a fuck. You know, we in captivity in the flesh, but free our minds through the truth. Yeah, that's absolutely right, brother. Khan. What is this? Ahabamoth hopes. 1 Timothy 6 and 9, and it reads, it says, but they that which be rich fall into temptation and a snare, right? Because when you fall into temptation, you end up doing things that's not ethical. Okay, you end up doing things and that's not probable to your salvation, man. And before you know it, you on some left-hand shit. Like all these celebrities are, they all involved in some left-hand shit. You want to make money in this world, you got to do some wickedness, man. And it says, and to many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. That's right, man. Before you know it, you caught up. You know, before you know it, somebody's at your head. Now you got a price on your head. You know, you go against Amalek and what he tells you to do. Before you know it, now all of a sudden, now you got to pay up. You know, take a beating or spend life in prison, you know, or brain, whatever it may be. Who knows? I'm just throwing that out there. I can't say that's the case, but it's never straightforward. But it says, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which some coveted after, and they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Man, bro, many sorrows. That's right. But hey, the water for the precepts, brothers, man, I'm going to end it there, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, by Shimon Kakwadash. And with that, shalom and a baba ball. Shalom.